What's up, guys? Knight here. It's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while in general, and it's been a while for StarCraft 2. But basically, I decided to get back into StarCraft 2 and prioritize StarCraft 2 and have League of Legends as the side bitch. Um, and basically, I played a game today. I've been practicing the yesterday. I practiced yesterday, and I just finished the campaign the day before that. And by practicing, I mean like I played the race. I played Protoss, Zerg, and Terran each once against the computer on normal difficulty. That was it. Okay, that's all I've done for like 2 years since I stopped playing this game after the expansion, of course. So, my whole like understanding of this game is shot essentially. Like everything costs different, everything is just different in general, tech this, tech that, whatever, the whole 9 yards. I don't have Kerrigan, I don't have, anybody. You get the idea. Anyways, I played a game today. I didn't do as good as I would have liked to, but I figured I would upload this just so I can show you guys my learning experience and how you guys should be doing this, okay? The proper way to learn the game without the meta BS. With my way enforced, the game will grow. It will not grow through biased eyes. It will grow from your own eyes. When people learn from the meta, it stays that way forever and never changes. The meta is based off certain players. I aim to prove that. I also feel this game would be better today if the meta didn't have such a hold on the minds of new players. A long time ago, I created certain build openings, okay? Just openings that opened up to a general idea, essentially, and it leaves you open to go wherever you want to and wherever you need to, okay? And I just wanted to point out the importance of scouting, okay, real quick before I get into anything, because that's why I almost screwed up this game. And basically, I got lucky with the few sightings that I did see through my scouts, okay? And I'm going to tell you right now, my map awareness has grown substantially since I used to play this game. So my map awareness is great. Okay, this is how I ended up winning this game, is just because of my map awareness. I'm still focusing on everything, but I'm paying attention to the map every now and then. Like I'll be like pushing buttons, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go build an expansion. So I'll click a drone or extractor. So I'm gonna click a drone, but after like I'll click the drone, and then I'll look at my map, and then I'll go put the extraction down, and then I'll go look like up here, and I'll look at the map again, and then I'll grab what I need to, and then come over here, and I'll look at the map again, and it's just that map awareness that allows me to do what I'm gonna do in this game, and the what's it called, and just reactions, and just scouting. Okay, so that's literally the secret to StarCraft 2. Okay, and that is all a pro really does. I decided to play Zerg. As my main race, I believe. I think I'm gonna start playing as Zerg. Okay. I think a lot of pros have desecrated this game, and by default, the rest of the world desecrates this game. And right now, this game is shot essentially. All right. The meta has been adopted, and it ruined the game. The main reason why I quit this game years ago was because there is no early game anymore. You literally have this shit going on, right? Or is it? Does this map have it? Yeah, this map has it. You get a free base here. You get a free base to your side. Okay? That is what I don't like. Okay, when I first played this map, I wasn't aware of that base over here. Okay, I thought this was your base. Okay. So I ended up just harassing this nonstop. I'm like, okay, he has no expansion, no expansion, no expansion. Basically is what happened, but it turns out this is here. But this whole concept right here, I hate. Because it takes out the early game. You have no early game. And what I mean is you can't send in 6 Zerglings to harass somebody. You can't, you can't poke and prod. You can just sit there and wait. You can't do shit. They're free to do whatever the hell they want to do. And I feel that that's a major flaw in the game, and it cuts out at least 50% of what the game could be. Because people can get certain build orders down to the point where they get to minute 15 and they're not, they don't have any altercations whatsoever, and they only have the altercations that they expect. Like, okay, I'm gonna wall off here, and the only kind of harassment I could deal with from this Terran is if he goes Banshees or what are they called? I don't even know what the hell they're called. Banshees or Reapers. Okay, like that's the only kind of harassment that I'm going to be dealing with right now. Or he might do siege tanks at the wall or something like that. That's it. There's no, six zergling run by. There's no like roaches coming at your front door real quick. There's none of that. Also, the distance kind of sucks too. The map says it's small, but look at this shit, man. Like, you gotta go all the fucking way across the whole world just to get here. And by the time that gets there, they have their wall and like 4 production buildings and their expansion, you know what I mean? So because of all that, I end up quitting this game. I stopped playing because I felt that there was no early game. But what I decided to do was I wanted to alter the course of this game by opening my fat mouth. Okay, so I want to change the way the world looks at this game, and the way I want to do that is I'm going to make it to Grandmasters, and I'm going to make it doing my thing on their maps. And I am not going to do what Maximus Black did and just copy a sheet of build orders or 4-gate nonstop or proxygate. He made it, but that doesn't mean he is shit. It just means that the game has exploits. Exploits due to a shitty meta that teaches players bad habits that allow bad players like Maximus Black to beat them. I can promise you, place him in Korean GM, see how quickly they send him packing. I won't follow that. I won't stand for that. I want people to learn it right, so I will teach you the right way, and I will prove myself first. I guarantee you follow my methods, and you'll make it twice as far as he ever did. So it's going to be a hard road, and I'm going to have to, do what they do for the most part, but I'm going to alter it a little bit. I'm still going to play my way. Anyways, this is as basic as it gets. I want to repeat that and I want to emphasize that as much as I can. Don't expect this to be some godlike game where amazing things happen. Okay? You can appreciate my reactions and my speed and my map awareness, but that's got to be basic. That's got to be your basic concepts. That's got to be your ground level. This is basic, you know what I mean? You can consider me a great player because I have map awareness, but personally for me, I'm just starting, this is the starting point, So don't think people are great because of that. Anyways, all of that said, I've been talking for a good 7 minutes now, just talking. All of that said, let's hit the play button. Alright. He says, I say you too. He says new, no you. We'll go to faster 4 for now. Not much going on. I say why thank you. So basically what I do as a zerg, as always, I do a 15 pool, and I do a 15 hatch, and then I send 3 zerglings to the natural, basically. Because every map has this wall, so you just accept it. And I send it to the natural, which has to be the 3rd base, because of this map, which I assumed was the 2nd base. So this whole time I thought that was the 2nd base. So that's where I was checking, I was looking around, getting gas, doing this. You see I'm doing stuff, like multitasking, like a boss, right? Blah blah blah, nothing special. I get I believe that's a roach warren now. Yeah. Okay, so I get roaches because I have this philosophy. Play your race. Okay? Play your race. And what I mean by that is Zerg need 1 hatchery, and then they can make a roach warren, and they can make unlimited roaches. There's no reason in hell to not make a roach warren. You can be a greedy little bastard and, I could have had a queen, or I could have, had a fast layer, but what happens if blah? Or what happens if, I could have scouted, blah, blah, blah. No. The point is consistency. Consistency. The same is true for League of Legends. Being a hero once means nothing. Being a person you can count on to be a hero when the time comes, that is everything. But everyone wants to be a hero all the time. It isn't how it works. This isn't DC Universe. We are champions, not heroes. The faster you learn that, the sooner we can get to Challenger. And I'm not even kidding. That's what makes you great, okay? Not this gimmick, not cutting this road, not cutting that road. Consistency, okay? Putting 1 building down for every, being able to put 1 building down to make unlimited of something is OP. Exploit the ever-living fuck out of that, alright? Just because they don't do anything with it or force you to use it, force them to react to it. You know what I mean? Use your race, okay? So that's pretty much what I do here, alright? For the most part, kind of. You'll see what I mean. So anyways, I'm checking, like, that's his third, or his natural. And I see that? See, we're going back. We're going back. We're going to do this. I don't give a fuck. We're going to do that. So I'm just kind of going, and I see on the map, and I'm like, boom. I was looking at my base. Did you see? We're going to slow it down here. Okay? I'm looking at my base, right? I grab my zerglings, okay? And I put them back up, and I go back to my base. I'm looking at my base, okay? And I'm going to do stuff at my base. And I'm moving my camera over here. And while I'm moving my camera, I'm looking at the mini-map. You know what I mean? Little moments. And I instantly click over there. And I go and see what the hell it is. I'm like, what the fuck is that? You know? Instant reaction. Instantly respond. I send my zerglings out. Alright. By the way, when I scouted up here and I seen what he was doing, I knew he was foregating. At that point, I knew he was foregating, because that's all it took, okay? Well, I assumed he was foregating, I'm sorry. I assumed he was foregating because he didn't have a base at his third, which I thought was his second. So I assumed he was foregating. So I was like, alright, all I gotta do is hold the fourth. So I'm sending this to Overlord, because I'm like, I gotta find that drone. Like, I have to find that drone. So I'm trying to send that Overlord and send these Zerglings. And I'm just looking for it. I'm like, alright, so he's not over there. He didn't go that way. He must be over here somewhere. I'm like, alright, so he's probably over here. You'll see my money is still low because I'm tabbing. You know what I mean? Oh shit, you can't see that. So I'm using my tab button. I hit 5 and I'm just like drones or Zerglings or what have you. I see it and I move in front of it so he can't run away. Thankfully he doesn't react in time. And I find the pylon and I go back to business and he cancels it. And I made a third hatchery because he's going all in, basically. I assumed as much. Alright. So one screw up I did make was I didn't have enough economy for half the game. But again, I was assuming an all in. Okay. Because I didn't see his natural go down. At least I thought. So just building, spending my money. That's the main thing with Zerg, is spend your money. You can save it, and it's fine. I see this, I'm like, alright, that's all he has, just go. Fuck it. I don't even care if I lose anything. Doesn't matter, they're Zerglings. They're literally Zerglings. They're meant to die. If they kill anything, you know, that's a win. So I'm like, alright, he's probably taking his expansion now. His natural. So I go check, and I'm like, what the fuck? You know? So I go back to base stuff. You'll notice my creep spread is godlike. I was like, oh shit, and it was just that. I'm like, alright. I'm sending all my stuff because I'm an F2 whore. I'm fixing that. Just got through playing the campaign, so I'm fixing that. Spending my money. Check the front, I see nothing but stalkers. I'm like, alright, what the hell? You know, he's literally just turtling. So I'm like, fuck, I'm screwing up. I'm not getting income. My money's getting too low because I don't have enough income. And so I fucked up, okay? I fucked up. Alright. So you want to spend your money. You absolutely want to spend your money. But if you have nothing to spend it on, spend your money on more money. Is basically how it works, okay? Scout, see what your opponent's doing, and get more money. That's basically it, okay? By the way, this Overlord went here. I still didn't see this. I wasn't aware that this could be taken as the third, but this confirms that he did not have a natural, okay? At the time, that was useless information. I just had it there to scout for any Void Rays or, what are they called? Phoenixes or what have you. I just assumed, you know, because he's turtling, so. Could have nothing but cannons surrounding me, who knows? But I have roaches out and about, so. You know, I'm being proactive on the map. I'm looking around, sending Zerglings there and there, and I decided to be greedy there, which honestly, it works out. I'm scouting, you know, at very cheap scouts. That's what Zerg's so OP right now for. I'm starting to work on my creep spread. You can see that. Just, you know, I've got eyes everywhere. That's all that really matters. Just eyes everywhere. Getting my income. Get a spore on each base. Probably should have done that a lot sooner, but. And I'm like, oh, you motherfucker. So here I don't have anything ready, so I just cancel it, run that drone away. And like a good whore, I F2 and come back. But I stop a lot of stuff, and I'm like, no, stay there. And I'm working on it. You see that? I'm improving it. You know, so I'm like, alright. And I didn't mean to run them all back, I just meant to move the one that was getting fired at. So this, right here, this is how Zerg's supposed to be played. Roaches and Zerglings out putting pressure. Hydralisks staying home, defending the home, while you're putting pressure, while you're expanding your borders. Once you have the borders expanded, then you can start using them aggressively. That's where the upgrades kick in. You know, that's why I got move speed. You know, I didn't get the range, I got move speed. Admittedly, I probably should have gotten the range for this situation. But I figured I wanted to be on the other side of the map as soon as possible. And I didn't want to put the gas into it because I have no gas because I'm a fucking idiot and didn't build any income. So I'm making up for that. You know, I'm responding to my improper build and going, you know. Also, another note, real quick. People tell you that you don't need all those workers, right? Like, you only need so many workers. Like, oh, over here you only want 2 per patch, so you want like 16 workers. Absolute, complete fucking bullshit. The only time that ever is applied is if you're going expansion, basically. If you plan on expanding fast, sure. If not, it's bullshit. You want more than, you want about 24. You know, the lesser bases you have, the more drones you want on that base, because you're going to get a lot more income that way. You know, it might be only 200 more, but it's 200 more. You know what I mean? If you had a third base, you can send those drones somewhere else, and instead of getting 200 more, you'd get 400 more. You know, that's where the whole logic comes in. But the point is, as is with like 16 words, I don't know for sure, I'm just shooting numbers. As is, if you have the basic 2 per, you get about 400. If you have 3, it goes up to like 500 or even 600, depending. Because they act like idiots and you miss time. It looks like, oh yeah, there's 3 here, but there doesn't need to be 3 there. Or there's 2 here and it's perfectly fine and blah, blah, blah. They fuck up. Shit happens, you know what I mean? Once you've mastered the game and you can make sure that there's not 3 here and 1 here and 3 here and 1 here and 1 here and 3 here and 1 here. Once you can start doing that, sure. You know, it might be useful to do that. But when you're first starting like I am, you know, I'm just starting up. If you're a brand new rookie, build a lot of fucking drones. Fuck it, dude. Like, you're not going to need to have a precision amount, you know what I mean? And trying to have a precision amount when you don't have it down is going to fuck you over in the long run. So just build masses of shit. This is StarCraft, you know what I mean? Play StarCraft. Play the game, okay? And again, I'm a Zerg. What Zerg does is they expand. Watch my meta videos. Watch how I talk about why the Zerg is so fucking good in the meta, because everyone wants to expand anyway, and they encourage you to have 50 bases. Well, guess what? That's all production for a Zerg. That's like saying, hey, Protoss, hey, Terran, we have an area over here that's cut off from the world. You can place 20 buildings each, you know, 20 buildings of everything over here, and no one can do anything to it, basically. You know, and through the game, you have those just sitting there. And that's basically what the game is at right now. And that's why people feel that you need so much money to play Zerg. Fact is, you're playing the Zerg wrong. If you're going against somebody that has static defense, you need to have static offense. And that's what they give you those fucking units for. Alright? Play the game right. Stop teaching people that play this fucking shit wrong. Anyways, that said, let's continue with the video. So everybody's getting high, but as a Zerg, that's completely fine. Because as long as you're injecting, which I am, amazingly, you're fine. I see another Void Ray. You see that map awareness? Do you see that map awareness? I think I missed it again. But do you see that map awareness? You know what I mean? Like, I went over there to do something, and I just see something fly by. So there it was. I missed it, but that was a... Oh shit, my camera's... My bad. I missed it because I didn't have it selected. Sorry. Oops. I pushed P, not B. Go back to... I thought I missed it, but I had it paused. So see, I seen it. I'm placing a base, and yet I seen it. You know, map awareness. So right here, I'm like, what the hell? I committed, and I seen it, and I was like, okay, that's fine, it's whatever. I'm making more hydras here. I'm getting the upgrades. I see that they're not rallied, so I rally those. I ran my shit back. I was like, should I cancel that? No, he's only got one there. It's fine. Making more hydras. That's where my gas is going. I would have a lot more. I kill that thing. Keep that expansion up. That's the idea here. So his idea was to bait me off, and it worked. Unfortunately, I'm prepared because I just masked up hydras. And my hydras come back, and I just shit on him. And he just leaves because he's a fucking scrub. And nothing happened to me. Completely fine, ready for anything. Bases up, shit going. Didn't even take my natural, you know what I mean? He probably flew by expecting me to take my natural, but I took this one. That might have thrown him off quite a bit. But it wouldn't have mattered. I would have been more ready, more defended for it, you know what I mean? And I took this base. You know, you can see he's just, all he's doing is making void rays. And I have no idea what he even has. Like, literally just stalkers. He fucked up his wall, apparently. Kid wasn't very good. Let's see. Go back. I'm pretty sure he probably has 16 workers because he's a fucking meta head. He has 14 because there's one here and then there's one over here. Oh, that was the one that was over there. Never mind. Okay, so he has 15 and then the one that he sent out over here that I killed earlier. So he had 16 workers in total. Thanks, pros, for fucking this kid's life over. You know, and he did, in fact, 4-gate. But he's seen that I was ready the whole damn time. He doesn't have a robo. You know, the kid's bad. I'm sorry, like, you know what I mean? Like, you could be better. You probably don't care. But you should. You know, not caring is an excuse. Look at that sick-ass creep spread, too. Like, I'm getting there, you know what I mean? But anyways, that's about it. I think I covered a lot of good good information. This popped up, Half-Life, that's fine. Queens can eventually recover it and recover itself up. The creep spread would have gotten there eventually. It probably wanted to be about here, but because of the way I play, it probably wouldn't get to that point. But anyways, again, that's it. Please go back and watch this again if you need to. As I said, I'm going to start playing this game again and having League of Legends as my side bitch. And I'm going to change the world. I promise that to you. I'm going to change the world. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to teach you guys the right way to play this game. I didn't even have upgrades, dude. Like, I was off. And every single game I played against the PC, I had upgrades. So, yeah, I'm just going to get better from here. And this is my first game against an actual player. So, with that, thank you for watching, and have a great day. As always,